I see Burger King is as uninspired as ever.
Fluky food. Well, hello. Welcome back to Fluky Food. Today, it is a random Tuesday night. It's January. It's the whatever month. Like, who cares? I came up with this idea, I think, when we first started Fluky Food almost a year ago. Yay! It was an idea to try the cheapest cheeseburger we can find in each fast food place. Chris has been watching some other YouTube videos, and there's this new thing apparently called tiers. We're gonna give you our tiers? Is that how you say it? For these cheeseburgers that we're gonna order from each place. Yeah, let's try them out. Let's see how it goes. Starting off with McDonald's. They are, I think, the most basic cheeseburger ever. Is a mustard, ketchup, cheese, and a tiny little bun, a burger. So
Pickles?
Oh, one pickle, yeah, tiny pickle. So let's try it out and see how it goes. It's not bad. It's not special or the most amazing thing I've had. You can taste everything in there. I think it's just for kids, pretty much. So, and usually I have the same taste as kids, but with a burger, I want a little pizzazz. Let's say a C. I'm pretty sure we're gonna find something better than this today. Oh God, I hope so. Good Lord.
I have to say, a guilty pleasure of mine is McDonald's double cheeseburgers or McDoubles if you only want one slice of cheese. I never have the single cheeseburger, but I might like this more than a lot of people. It's just something I've always liked, so.
You just ate the whole pickle.
I got stuck on halfway through the pickle and was sliding around and it just kind of popped in my mouth, so. It's nothing special, but there's just something special about it to me, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go higher than most people. Most people I think would be like Martinez, C, D, something like that. I'm gonna give it a B tier. Good bang for your buck. And we're getting these burgers how they come. And this one was $2.61 Canadian, and that's in Alberta with no provincial tax, just the national 5% GST.
Stop eating.
I want to eat the whole thing.
I know you do. We have 6 more burgers.
Can I finish it?
No.
Please?
No. Alright, just finish it.
It's a little one. I want it to go to waste.
We are currently in the Harvey's drive-thru, and I'm getting flashbacks from when they ripped us off a chicken nugget. I'm very unhappy.
How many did we order and how many did we get?
4, and we got 3. Such bullshit. Okay, I'm unhappily eating Harvey's again. Here we go. I admit it's a substantial burger. The meat is still very thin, but you can get as many toppings as you want. You get free toppings on there, so we just picked whatever we wanted. We got lettuce, tomato, pickle, ketchup, and mustard. There's always something really weird about the meat in Harvey's burgers, and I've never liked it, and it's always been an issue for me, and it's still with this. Like, even though it's such a thin burger, I still taste it. It's really weird. To me, it tastes like how a veggie burger tastes. Hey, I think just for that, I have to give it a D, because I just, the flavor has never been good for me. We spent $2.93 on this, including tax and all that fun stuff. But honestly, it is more substantial than the McDonald's burger, and you can add whatever toppings, so that does give it a bit, but the flavor, not my favorite. So Chris is a fan though, so let's see what he thinks.
Well, unlike Martina, I didn't take it as a personal affront to women everywhere that we were given 3 nuggets for the price of 4. Maybe a special they had on that day that we just didn't know about. Anyway, I used to really like Harvey's burgers. Haven't had them that much over the last few years, and the last couple times I didn't love them as much. They tend to be really wet and greasy, kind of, at least the patties do. I do like adding all the toppings on it, no extra charge, but let's give it a shot. That's not bad.
I knew you'd like it.
Mmm.
It's a really fresh burger. I have to admit, it is a very fresh burger.
That's a fresh pickle. You have to have liked the pickle on there.
Yeah, I did. I liked everything but the meat flavor.
I kind of like the meat, but I know what you mean. It is thin.
Yeah, and it tastes fake.
Fake?
Yeah, it tastes like fake meat to me.
Boy, that is thin though.
It's a thin piece of meat.
That is thin. That's even thinner than McDonald's burger?
Yeah, it is.
The toppings are so fresh and nice on there though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it B tier as well. I almost went higher, to be honest. It's so fresh and it's so nice. Overall, if you want a nice fresh burger, really cheap and customizing tons of your own toppings at no extra charge, then it's a good suggestion for under $3. No, I could have gone higher.
Right now what we're trying to do is picking the cheapest burger with cheese that each place has. And some of the places obviously have a couple of choices that are the same price. So what we've decided, our rule is, if they're the same price, we get to pick which one we want to try more. This one is called a 56 Buddy Burger, but it was $2.99. And the Buddy with cheese was also $2.99. So we decided to try out the new one, which is the 56 Buddy. Looks like it has some different sauces, but it looks like a substantial burger. Like, look at this thing. That's a pretty good looking burger. Cheese, lettuce, tomato.
How thick is the patty?
Even, it's not huge, but even like caramelized onions. Like, come on. $2.99? Okay. No pickles though.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
That sounded like a good bite.
Everything together again is really fresh and nice. Once again, the burger though, you can barely taste the meat. I think I almost regret giving McDonald's a C because they should actually be like at a B. The flavor of the meat in the McDonald's sandwich is much more substantial than the other two we've had. It might also be because McDonald's has the least toppings as well, so you have the ability to taste everything, but I think I would probably get this again. And for like $3 is really, really good. So I do have to give this at least a B, potentially an A, but I hesitate to give anything an A until I've tried everything. So I'm gonna give it a B for now, and then maybe later change it. I'm allowed to change my mind, okay? So let's see what Chris thinks.
No hormones, no antibiotics. Hopefully that doesn't mean no flavor. Let's see. I like the toasted bun. I like the fresh veggies again. But, yeah, the beef does have no flavor. No hormones, no antibiotics, no flavor. Grass-fed beef tastes like grass. Like,
but it's like, I think it's because it's so thin and all the toppings just overwhelm it. But like the whole thing of a burger should be the beef.
I think we need to do a video on their Beyond Meat burger because I had it once and the Beyond Meat burger had more flavor than their actual beef patty. I had them side by side, the regular and the plant-based, and it had more flavor. So yeah, the beef has no flavor at all. I'm gonna give it a D. The freshness of the vegetables almost push it to a C, but salt your patties. I mean, we don't have Shake Shack in Canada, but that's why that's our favorite, because the seasoning is unbelievable on the beef, and these people aren't even bothering to season it at all. Very disappointing. Close to a C, but I have to go D. Sorry.
Okay, so this little burger from Wendy's is $1.98, so not even $2, which is extremely impressive. Just that alone is like no less than a B. And look at this, the lettuce is all nice and pretty, the veggies are nice and fresh, 2 pickles. Okay. It feels like we're just repeating ourselves, but like, come on. The burger patty is so thin, and I do get it. Like, and this is probably a thicker one than the other ones. But yeah, the seasoning is just frustrating. I just had a bite with like nothing but the actual burger. You can't even taste it at all. And it's so frustrating. Like, I'm only gonna give it a B because it's less than $2. $1.98 including tax. That's pretty amazing. Like, if we need like a really quick meal, you just grab one of these for $2. Like, that's pretty amazing. Or two if you need to. It's pretty good. I may even like boost it up to like an A just because, like, and the veggies are nice. They have all of my favorite toppings on this burger. I think maybe I would just boost it up to an A. I have a hard time thinking we're gonna find something less than $2 that's better than this. So that's just me though. Let's see.
Well, I love Wendy's and I've had a JBC or two in my time. This is without the bacon, so let's see if it makes a difference. I will say pretty much everywhere's had really fresh veggies tonight, which is awesome. Love that. This, they have lots of sauce, huge piece of lettuce. They're generous with the toppings. The only thing that's not perfect, especially since the price is so good, is the beef. And this beef is better than some of the other ones. But yeah, they're like, is salt expensive? Seriously. I mean, I understand if you don't want to make things too savory or too spicy or something like that, but not enough salt on your meat? There is no reason for that. This isn't hospital food. I don't really get it. So, I wanted so much to give this an A or an S, but I can't. My B tier is going to be very crowded, I think, here, but I think that's where it's got to go. Makes me sad.
Okay, so we are trying Carl's Jr. here. Because Carl's Jr.'s normal burgers are huge. We thought it would be like unfair to get the cheapest large burger that they have. So what we decided to do is just get their plain kids cheeseburger. So we got it however it came. There's ketchup, there's cheese, there's pickles, possibly some mustard on there. So that's what we did. This is pretty similar to a McDonald's looking one, so I'm not gonna give them an advantage. Let's try it out. Okay. So I know Carl's Jr. is famous for their charbroiled burgers, and you can absolutely taste that charbroiled taste. Really good. There's nothing that exciting about it. There's not a lot of the toppings that I like, but quality-wise, I think for the price, also $2.50 is really good to me. I'm gonna give it a B. I like that charbroiled flavor in there. B tier.
A very basic burger, but I have to say it's $2.50. They are charging $2.50. Wendy's charged less than $2 for what I would consider an adult cheeseburger with all the toppings and everything. So this is 25% more money, and they don't really have an excuse, to be honest. So let's see.
It's funny how we think about that differently, and you are right.
I will say the flavor of the overall sandwich is actually quite nice. I think it's the sauce on there. It's almost like they have their own ketchup style sauce, kind of like McDonald's does. I mean, I've heard some places like Whataburger in the States have their own special ketchup that they make that just doesn't taste like Heinz or anything. It's actually quite a nice flavor. I could definitely see how kids would like it. I still wish they'd season the beef more, so that's disappointing, but this is a clear C tier for me. Automatic C tier. I think a C tier is fair, all things considered.
And here we are at Chris's least favorite place in the world, Burger King. We got just a regular, simple cheeseburger. Looks like it's got pretty much the same thing as McDonald's, so let's try it out. A thin thing of meat. You get a tiny bit of charbroiled flavor. It's almost a little bitter.
Ugh.
I don't know if, I want you to try it and see. I think I'm gonna give it a C because the meat is a tiny bit thicker. It's still can't taste it necessarily. There's nothing like really wrong with it.
Okay. I see Burger King is as uninspired as ever.
That was good.
A really good pickle. I'll give them that. Much like Harvey's, literally the pickle will take it up a full grade by itself. Basically Burger King's an automatic F, but that pickle was so good, I'll give it a D. You're welcome, Burger King.
So generous of you. Okay, last but hopefully not least, we've got Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, we believe the sandwich was about $2.09, so that's pretty good, almost $2. Looks like a normal sandwich, doesn't have any veggies or anything in it, just pickle, cheese, ketchup. So let's try it out, let's see. What's interesting about this is the patty is actually a pretty thick sized patty. It's not like a tiny little patty that we've been seeing. Unfortunately, it still doesn't have the flavor that I was expecting. Like, I was looking for it. It's cooked well. Burger has some like nice crunchy little places in it. I would probably just give this a B, just because of the size of the actual beef patty. It's a thick one. It's a thick one.
Yeah, much thicker. This actually looks and feels like a hamburger, not some little dinky thing. This feels like a real burger. Nice big slice of cheese as well. Okay, I've often said Dairy Queen burgers are underrated. Let's see if I still feel that way. Boy, that's tough to rate. It's a pretty nondescript burger. It's not nearly as good as I was expecting. I actually had above average hopes for Dairy Queen. I'm just gonna give it a C tier. Nothing special, except I do appreciate that they at least tried to give us some beef, like Martinez said, so. Meh. Even though we were going for the cheapest burgers we could find, I have to say I'm still a little bit disappointed, and I expected a bit more. I really did. I'm such an optimist. But nothing really jumped out too much. There was the odd good pickle. McDonald's had the best beef. Overall, I hate to say it, but I think the burger I enjoyed the most, just because of the vegetables and the big thick pickle, was probably Harvey's. And now I'm getting divorced. Harvey's makes your hamburger a beautiful thing. The camera's shaking because Martina's laughing with me, not at me.
I'd never divorce you, but I'm judging you so hard right now.
You're not mad, you're disappointed?
I have to say, I think for me, the thing that has stood out the most would probably be like the pricing of these burgers. Like we got ones that were like $3, which is ridiculous for this size of burger. But that one from Wendy's for $1.98 I think has to be like the top one for me today, because that was pretty impressive. Like they had all the toppings I like. They had lettuce and tomato and onion, and they had mayo on there, and they had ketchup. Like it's a good burger. Granted, honestly, none of the burgers really, the beef didn't stand out except for McDonald's. I'll admit that. So that was a bit of a disappointment, but yeah, you're right. Like I think we sort of came into the same, okay, we're gonna order the cheapest burger, but like they're not that cheap. Like they're fairly expensive for what we actually got for them. So this was fun though. I'm really glad we did it. Maybe next time we should try and find like the most expensive burger at each place. That'd be fun. Anyways, let us know what you think of the ones we've tried. What's your favorite one, or which one do you absolutely hate? Harvey's,
Burger King.
And which is your favorite place to go? What's your go-to?
Shake Shack.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, let's get to know each other on a personal level. Anyways, this has been really fun. Thank you so much for joining us. From Fluky Food, thank you, and we will see you next time.